Now, who is a narcissist? A narcissist exhibits a self-centered personality, a grandiose sense of self-importance, and a pervasive need for admiration, often accompanied by a lack of empathy for others' feelings. Narcissism can manifest as narcissistic personality disorder, a mental health condition characterized by these traits. Key signs include entitlement, exploitation of others, preoccupation with fantasies of success, and difficulties in maintaining healthy relationships. Now, the key characteristics: the grandiose sense of self-importance is exaggerating achievements and talents, believing they are superior to others. Fantasies of success are preoccupation with dreams of unlimited power, brilliance, beauty, or ideal love. Need for admiration is constant demand for excessive attention and praise. Lack of empathy is the inability or unwillingness to recognize or understand the feelings and the needs of others. Sense of entitlement is the expectation of special treatment and automatic compliance with their expectations. Exploitation is taking advantage of others for personal gain. Arrogance and haughtiness are behaviors and attitudes that reflect a sense of superiority. Envy is both feeling envious of others and believing that others are envious of them. Now, ladies and gentlemen, now I've been looking on this, Buu-Alicia situation, and mark you, I haven't really watched them in depth. I will watch video here and there, and when they did break up, I was watching Alicia's videos, and then now Boo is back, and I've been watching some of his videos, since he's back, with him saying that, how Alicia basically did him dirt, and now he's coming to, clear the air and tell his side of the story. Now, he has come a few videos now, and we keep waiting on him to spill or begin to spill his side of the story, which all he's doing for 10, 15, 20 minutes for his videos, all he's doing, he's on repeat, and what he's repeating does not make any sense, right? Okay, I get it that they were married in 2019, and the divorce was final in 2024, right? So they were together for almost 6 years, basically. So when he comes out, and number one, he's saying that she used him to come to the US. If somebody is going to use you for marriage to come to the US, believe you me, they wouldn't spend at least 6 years with you. They would wait until even 2-year mark. Once they have satisfied for the unconditional green card, or for the 10-year green card, they would have left you a long time ago. So you're spending 5-6 years with someone, that person isn't using you, right? And this isn't his first time around the clock in marriage. He was married at least 2 other times, right? And from what I gather, he pursued her. She had her YouTube channel, and he pursued her, went to Jamaica, they got married, and she went to the States. Now, with anyone if a gentleman is going to marry you, if he lives overseas and he's going to come to Jamaica to marry you, you're going to expect that once you go overseas, you're going to have, if not a comparable lifestyle to the one that you had in Jamaica, at least something better, right? Because that is what most people migrate from Jamaica to go somewhere better, right? And a lot of times we may say, okay, even if we go there, even if he doesn't have everything, but as long as you're willing to make changes to accommodate, the wife. Now the Bible says you leave your parents and you cleave to your wife. Now you brought her up into the States and then you want her to be living in your sister's basement. Okay, whatever happened with you, maybe financially or whatever, and you were you were staying with your sister in her basement, and she stayed with you in the basement for a while, and she was looking for more from you. It is understandable. Okay, you're gonna be there for a while, and she stayed with you, hoping that, okay, eventually you're going to get it that, okay, now you have a wife, we're not going to be living in, with your family forever. As a couple, you need to move out on your own to start charting, your life together. But apparently that wasn't okay for you. And then you had, issues leaving your birds. And the fact is that you are the one who filed for divorce. Now, I guess maybe you thought that, you were going to file for divorce, and because you were in the States longer than her and maybe more settled or whatever, you expected her to break down and come running back to you. But then she was like, no, that's, it's not going to happen. She moved on because she wanted more of her life. She wanted more. Apparently, you weren't able to have a family with her. Now, now that you guys aren't together, she has gone ahead and, started her family. But, relationships do end, right? And for you to be coming out now, because it's been, since 2024, practically a year now. And yes, you said, you put out a video that you were in the hospital. It may not have been because of her why you were in the hospital. Mark, you are an older gentleman, yes. So when you're, older in life, you may have some health reasons. She may not be the reason for you being in hospital. And I know that it is a hit to men's egos, especially when they leave women. They expect that the woman is going to fall apart. They don't expect the woman to pick up herself and move on. They expect the woman to fall apart and, break down. And this is what I have discussed in, the top part of this video. Like, who is a narcissist? Boo, it seems as if you're having some narcissistic behaviors, even though you made a video and you are, calling Alicia a narcissist. No, it seems as if you are the narcissist, because you seem to be looking for, the need for admiration. It seems as if because you took her up into the States, you expect that she is now indebted to you, and she shouldn't move on if something happened, or you filed for divorce, which is the second time you're filing for divorce. You had filed for divorce already, and I guess you guys patched it up, and now you filed for divorce again, right? So you're thinking that you held the cards, and that because you took her up into the States, then she is supposed to just sit and take whatever it is you dish out to her. Relationships go bad, and not because you brought someone into the US means that they should be indebted to you forever, right? So, you wanted the constant, you wanted the demand for the attention and praise. Like, okay, like she should say, oh, well, you got me into the States, so I can't leave you even if you do this X, Y, Z. No, no. You know, exploitation, taking advantage of others for personal gain. You can't take advantage, of her emotionally for her to think that she has to be, forever indebted to you, no matter how you treat her. And she wanted to, move on where you wanted to. You apparently you were complacent with where you were, and she's a younger woman. She wants more, right? She wants more. No, I'm not gonna really knock you guys because I wasn't in your relationship, but it's just from the outset. And now you coming and you made a video the other day where you're saying that she's a narcissist and that you guys were going downtown and she told you to take off your jewelry, but then she wore jewelry and then she got robbed and then she's arguing with you, so she's a narcissist. That is not being a narcissist. That is not being a narcissist. And things do happen. And yes, she was, I guess, telling you to take off your jewelry to make you safer. Maybe what she did it. Maybe she forgot to take it off. Maybe she just, wore hers thinking that nothing will happen to her if she wore the jewelry that she had. But you're bringing up these things as if these things are petty. These things are petty. And in relationships, spouses argue for even less. Spouses argue for even less. If you put a dish in the sink if you just wash the dishes and your spouse put a dish in the sink without washing it, you're gonna argue. So arguments do happen. This is at least your third time around getting married. You should have some experience in the relationship, in being married. So you calling her a narcissist, I don't think that goes towards her. I think that more goes toward you. But then you keep coming up with these videos and you keep saying, oh, you're gonna spill the beans, and she's a gold digger and she's this and she's that. Yeah, I think you should put a pause on it. Honestly, you should put a pause on it. Or maybe this is your version of therapy. Maybe you talking will help you to heal from the breakup. I get that, but on the other end, you are the one who filed for divorce. You are the one who filed for divorce. And you're call her all sorts of names and stuff. She's a gold digger, and I got some information on some of the details of the divorce papers, which I'm gonna do another video just to break down just a little bit of what the final divorce papers, right, to let everyone see that it's not as he's saying. And you guys have parted. Just make it amicable, and you guys just go your separate ways. Because what you're bringing up, it's nothing to make her look bad. So far, it's nothing to make her look bad. So while we understand that, as a man, I guess maybe it's your ego. You expected that, if you're going to file for divorce and whatnot, you expected her to fall apart. And I guess maybe because you fell apart, you expected her to fall apart too. So that is not sitting well with you. But then you can't blame her for not falling apart like you. She's a strong young lady. So, get some professional help. That's my opinion. All right. So I hope, you can take this with a grain of salt and, just for your mental health, just get some professional help, because this that you're doing, it's not it. All right. Catch you guys in the next video. Please remember to like, share, subscribe to this video. And once I get some details once I go over the details of some of the divorce papers, then I'll just make another video and read out some of the information to you guys. So subscribe so that you can, get the notification when that next video drops. Thanks, and catch you on the next one.